I watched figure skating on TV and really wanted to be a figure skater. And so one, was it my birthday or Christmas? They're so close together, I don't know. Um, I was born January 2nd.
Oh,
So I got a pair of skates and lessons and started competing.
hello and welcome back to all of my awesome fans of Courage, Confidence, Connections podcast. I'm Janice Debo, your host, coming back to you with another awesome guest. We never know where the conversation is going to lead, so you don't want to miss any of it. My guest today is Anne Marie. And Anne Marie, where are you coming to us from?
I'm in Bend, Oregon, been here about 22 years.
Oh,
So
you're around the
there,
corner.
yeah,
Okay.
around the corner.
Yeah, we're physically close. We haven't actually ever met that I know of. So,
Right, I know, but we've, yeah, known of each other for sure.
yes, absolutely. Have you been in Bend? How long did you say?
22 years. I've raised two girls here and yeah, it's crazy. It's the longest time I've been anywhere except my childhood house. So yeah, it's
I know how that is. I was a preacher's kid. We got moved around a lot, and I landed in Redmond and was in one place for 10 years. And I'm like, gosh, this is unusual. I get to stay in one place this long. So,
so the preachers move around, yeah.
oh, the Methodists, yeah, they
Oh,
they move them around. I don't know if they still do that, but when I was growing up, six different schools, I don't know, like eight
ugh,
or nine different towns and homes, and
hard.
it is because you can't make any permanent connections, and
Yeah, absolutely.
it's all about that
It
connection
is.
in life. Well, I'd love you to tell our audience a little bit about your backstory because everybody's got one. Some some people have some that are more pleasant, and some have some that aren't so pleasant. But whatever you're comfortable sharing, since you've been here 22 years in Central Oregon,
Yep.
where did you grow up?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. Um, Third generation. My dad's dad was born there, and then my father. But yeah, I born and raised Phoenix, Arizona, and then I went to college in Tucson at U of A. And at the time, let's see, I was about 11 or 12. I watched figure skating on TV and really wanted to be a figure skater. And so one, was it my birthday or Christmas? They're so close together, I don't know. Um, I was born January 2nd.
Oh,
So I got a pair of skates and lessons and started competing. And yeah, so when I was going to college, I dropped it. It was too hard.
mm,
And but then I dropped it for decades. I'm back at it teaching all kinds of people, smalls, toddlers to adults at the pavilion, but we only have a seasonal rink here. So so yeah, I went to college in Tucson, with I guess you could call it a general studies degree. My grandfather said, don't specialize in anything, be general. And so it was in communications, radio, TV, graphic design. So I guess you could call it marketing,
mm-hmm.
advertising. And then after that, I worked in an agency doing some PR. And then I moved to LA and got a job at the corporate office of Hilton Hotels.
Oh,
Yeah, saw Paris Hilton running around the office. It's crazy.
oh my word.
I know it's funny. And then I just right around the corner, I was taking step classes with Richard Simmons, if you can believe that.
Are
And
you kidding me?
no, I'm not. He's definitely crude, like you see. It was so fun. It was awesome. And then first marriage, got married and then moved up to, he was an attorney, moved up to, my parents moved from Phoenix to Montana, Whitefish area, which was beautiful.
That.
Moved up there and got a job at a resort and did sales and marketing for them, traveling to Germany and Mexico. Is that right? Yeah. We were in Mammoth Lakes first and
Oh,
then up to Montana. And then after that, got divorced, moved to the Reno Tahoe area to work for Planet Hollywood. So I worked for Planet Hollywood for a while.
Oh no, I think she froze. Can you hear me? Oh,
My next husband, they're both named Mike. I don't know what I worked for Planet Hollywood for a while, but so then I worked for Hyatt and the Visitors Bureau in Reno and had our first daughter 24 years ago. And then he got a job here, so we moved, had our second daughter and almost 20 years ago. And then yeah, got divorced 15 years ago. So I've been here by myself.
I think you froze again.
And I run my own agency. It's called Art. What?
You,
Did I
we,
freeze?
yeah,
Oh
you were,
no.
yeah, you froze.
Am I okay now?
You're catching up. There you go.
I'm trying. I'm always catching up. What else is new? But I have my own agency. It's called the Marketing Department, and I've had that for
Froze
I've
again.
been here. And it was a, oh my gosh, why?
I don't know. That's about three times.
Oh no. Yeah. So anyway, got my own agency and teach skating and have a house here and garden and love to travel and if you want to get further into it, I can tell you other stuff. But yeah, that's just the basics, the surface.
Oh, that's great. Whoops. We're having some wind. Yep, some breeze out there and something just got knocked over where I am. So anyway.
Oh no.
Oh no, it didn't break. It's just I should learn to move things when the curtains start blowing, but it's nice to
Oh
have,
yeah.
yeah, summer's on the way and I'm a more of a fan of the cooler weather, but that's okay. That's okay.
I get you.
Yeah, it gets hot. We can get crazy hot here. So
Oh, but boy, but being born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, I'm like, I can do this. This is fine.
well, that's true. I do have a good friend that I haven't seen in a while that she lives where does she has a house in Bend, but she's got family somewhere in Arizona down there and she she was texting me one day and it was like 112 or something. And I'm like, how can you deal with this? She goes, I thrive in it. And I'm just, hey,
Oof.
no, no, no,
No, no, thank you.
no, thank you.
No, it's debilitating. It's like an oven. It's
Hmm.
no,
Hmm.
I can't. I can't.
Exactly, exactly. I'm from North Carolina and was raised, I never got used to the humidity, but the temperatures are a little bit lower here as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
but so I don't complain about the dry air, but the heat, yeah, and the smoke sometimes we do get a
Yep.
few
I'm
some,
with you on the smoke. Yeah, breathing. I hear you.
yeah, absolutely. So you've got a quite a wide variety of marketing experience in your career.
Hmm.
Uh, what propelled you into starting your own business, Anne Marie?
What propelled me? Well, when we moved here, he had a full-time job, and then one of my neighbor friends, we were always getting asked questions about advertising and media and design and just consulting. And we thought, oh, we should do an agency, the two of us, kind of as a hobby job. Uh, so one thing led to another. We both got divorced and we had kids to raise. So we just created this agency on our own. And then she got a job with a nonprofit, and then I just took it on and ran with it. So it was flexible and it needed to be flexible because my oldest had gastrointestinal issues from first grade until she was diagnosed when she was 16 with Crohn's. So her father wasn't living in town, and so she was constantly having issues at school,
Mm,
and just we couldn't find an answer.
mm,
So I had to be flexible as far as picking her up from school and doctor's appointments, and then of course my other daughter. And so it was really hard to get a jobby job. Um, when I was in Dornbeckers with her, I was working on a campaign. So it just morphed. It's not like I really chose to do that, but I fell into it and I liked helping businesses tell their story and be able to connect with their audience and create relationship. That's really what I thrived on and be creative and I don't like the selling part, but I like the storytelling and the connection of that. So,
I really do. I can resonate with the storytelling and the connections. Of course, the name of this is Courage, Confidence, and Connection. So,
yeah.
yeah, that came to me when I was meditating, I think one day, many years ago,
Oh.
like 6 years ago, I think, five. Anyway, I'm curious too, where has courage come into your life? When you were younger, did you have any moments that you look back on and think, wow, I didn't know I was that strong, or I didn't know I had that much courage or confidence? Obviously, figure skating, that's a very confident sport. So was there a time that courage was a big deal when you look back, maybe not in the middle of it?
Yeah, it's interesting because I have a moment where, and I was born and raised Catholic, 12 years of Catholic school, the guilt, the shame, blah, 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 blah. And so um, when I went to U of A, my humanities professor um, was organizing a European trip for the students and a couple of professors and asked me if I wanted to go on it. And I asked my parents, and they said, well, we prefer it's dangerous, blah, 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 blah. We're not going to support this.
Hmm.
So my professor helped me write a grant and got the grant, and I was able to go. And it really ignited my tourism career. So I thrive on traveling and I thrive on meeting new people and I don't know, it's just inspiring. And so traveling is good for you. It clears your head and gives you new perspective. So I think that's when I had courage where I'm just going to not feel guilty and know this is the right thing I need to do this. That was one instance and good Lord, I could tell you many, many, many when I was raising my girls by myself.
Oh, I bet. Now, how did your parents handle it when you came up with the grant? I mean,
You know, it's so funny. I talked to my mother not that long ago. She goes, I don't remember doing that. I'm like, you did. So, um, I don't remember. I just went. And so, but she doesn't even remember saying that. So it's just,
oh,
and of course, kids, it makes a huge difference when your parents say things like that, but they don't remember things like that. I'm sure my kids will wind up on the couch because of me. So who knows?
yeah. Well, at some point we all do, it seems like.
Uh-huh. I know.
Yep, absolutely. So you did have to muster up courage frequently with your daughters. How old were they when they
Got to go.
became, yeah, when you were saying,
Yeah, Ainsley was, let's see, about 3, and Molly was about 6 or 7 or so.
oh wow, they were young.
Really young, super young. But I just got to the point where it was, I was raising 3 children, and it just got to be so abusive that didn't want my kids in that
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere. And so
Yeah.
I just, yeah, I had to get out. I didn't care what it took. I just was a puddle on the kitchen floor saying, oh, please, God, help me
Well, we froze again. Hang in there,
with
audience.
this. I just can't move frozen too. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, we're back.
Yeah. And we're back. Yeah. So, I mean, it was just a lot of courage waking up every single day and going to bed at night thinking, what did I do to mess them up today? And then getting up and trying again.
Mm.
And then having them come back sometimes from being with their dad, and it was like the space shuttle re-entering orbit.
Oh,
Well, because it was like
yeah.
they had all these stories being told, and I didn't ever throw him under the bus. I was always courageous and raised the kids. Um, without antagonism, and so it was hard for me. Like I had to hang in there for 15 years having faith that this is the right thing to do. And boy, was it. It was, yeah, it was the right thing to do. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I didn't raise kids, but I understand going through the difficulty with abuse, and eventually you just gotta get away. You can,
it's scary though. I
it
mean,
is.
it's scary to tear apart because, it infiltrates your psyche and your
Mhm.
the way you think about yourself every single day. So it's really scary to break away going, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? What's going to happen? I know you get it.
I do, and I've got 35 journals sitting here to my left that I journaled through a lot of stuff over 35 years, and
Wow.
now it's over 30, yeah, over 30 years. But
Yeah.
I have over 35 journals, and I go back and read them and went, I don't know how I got out of it. I don't know how I lived through it. I don't know. And I have proof that I did live through it because I wrote about it. But when you're
Yeah.
when you're living in that situation, it and people would say, well, you need to leave, you need to leave, you need to leave. Honestly, it is scary, and you're in a place where, I wasn't really, so I was always working on something, doing something. So it wasn't that I didn't have some resources, but I had a house I lived in. I didn't have to make the payment. He made it. And boy, it just, I had an attorney he said, well, you need to let him file. You'll do better. Well, I did wait it out. Thankfully, I got separate bedrooms and things didn't get quieter, but I
Yep.
did make it through. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I get it. I get it. And what's really interesting is people go back 7 times to their abuser before they finally decide, minimum, before they finally decide to leave.
That's the average. Well, I never left and went back. I just lived through it.
Yeah.
But but I understand a lot of things about why women don't leave,
Yeah.
and why a lot of them die or vice
Yep.
versa, It's I didn't, and honestly, Anne Marie, I never even considered it abuse. I didn't even think in those terms for a
Right.
long time because I mean, I got in the situation. I just thought that's how he is, and anyway. Well, I was in a podcast interviewing a former detective from Las Vegas who worked on domestic violence cases. And after the show, I started telling her my story a little bit. And she goes, and I said, but I don't consider that domestic violence. And she rolled her eyes and shook her head and said, tell your story. That's very much domestic violence. And
Was
you
it physical or was it, no, it was just verbal.
emotional
Me,
and
me
verbal
too.
and religious. He had, yeah. You froze again. This topic must be wearing your computer out.
Yeah, I hear you.
There you go.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Oh,
And
uh-oh. Dang it.
we'll get through it. But
Okay.
yeah, to all the women and men, I know men that have been through it. It's there comes a time when you have to pull away, you have to get out, or
Yeah,
find a way to get through it without completely losing your mind. But it takes a while to heal.
it
And
does.
yeah, and my insight tells women don't jump into anything too quickly. Don't.
Yes.
Don't do it. It just you can't heal in a few months. It's just not going to happen that quickly.
Well, it's so interesting as I've been studying this and working through it. You wind up in a relationship that you feel comfortable with. What is it about me? And whether it be the self-esteem part of it or, it's that frog in boiling water analogy, where the frog will stay there until they're boiled,
Mm-hmm.
because it starts heating up and heating up. It's like, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. And then
Mm-hmm.
get out. But, what is it that's comfortable about it? Is it just you know, fighting against anything? Were you raised that way, or was there a particular relationship that you wanted that you thought you had to fix? That was kind of my situation. So, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah, one of my weaknesses that I've still dealing with, but getting better, is people pleasing
Yeah.
and fixing because obviously as a coach, I I have been prone to want to fix people, but
Yep.
I'm learning different skills in how to help people without fixing them and not take on their
Absolutely.
but
That
I
was, yeah, that was really powerful for me. It's like own what you own. They don't own what they own, but that was really powerful for me. It's like what part do I own, instead of owning all of it and
well,
apologizing for everything.
I know in so many women or men, they think they have to have a mate. Well, that's nice if you do, but find out who you are, right? Find
Amen.
out who you are. Get to know yourself.
Well, date yourself. Be that person you want to hang out with,
Hmm.
which takes a while too, where it's like, oh, even all the icky parts. And I know all my idiosyncrasies and my faults and I know the inner workings of my brain. And so it just takes a while to really love yourself. And so it's hard work. And it's but I don't mind. I like being with by myself, which
Hmm.
makes me better when I hang out with other people.
I agree. I totally agree because I mean, I grew up, I have heard yelling and screaming
Yeah.
So I think I got the idea
Yeah.
that was normal. And
Right? Yeah. Same.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And my dad's family, bless their hearts, they're all gone. He's gone. But I gotta say, that side of the family, they weren't Hatfield and McCoys, but they were.
Oh,
I mean, they weren't at war with anybody, but they were nasty, critical, mean,
yeah.
cynical, and bless my dad's heart, he really did try his best. I know. I didn't say that for a lot of years, but
Yeah.
I know he did. He didn't mean any ill will, but boy, he was raised with some nasty words coming out all the time.
What he said that or like around him he would say that. Or
He
people.
would no, I just saw the family, and I respect now that he
Yeah.
became what he grew up with, and it's sad. But one thing that I did learn, and we can learn from our mistakes, is I learned how strong I was coming through all this and how independent I am. That's
Yeah. Oh, I so get that. Like, are you the oldest child?
well, there's a story behind that one. My
Yeah.
yeah, my mother was pregnant with somebody else's child when my dad married her, and that's a long story. But
Yeah.
bottom line, I was mom's second, dad's first.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the oldest, bless his heart, wound up through no fault of his own with epilepsy and having lots of seizures, and so he got babied and protected him, and I wound up being the oldest in a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
things.
why I asked. Yeah, being responsible and learning how to take care of yourself and everybody else. And yeah.
Yep, I remember my first husband, we were high school sweethearts. He said you're making your brother's bed. He can't even make his own bed, and I guess not.
Yep, because I'm doing it.
I'm doing it, yeah. But I was mom's first go-to on the household stuff, and the last two, there were four of us. I don't know how she lived to be almost 92 with the craziness that we put her through.
Wow.
Yeah, four kids and dad. Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Wow.
but I talked to somebody the other day that grew up in a family of like 13 or something. Yeah, I'm like,
Nobody knew each other's names.
I know it's the cheaper by the dozen.
Right, totally. We have a basketball team. We can do this.
Yeah, yours, mine, and ours. And and so I never had kids, but looking back, I think it was for the best because of the people I was married to. It would not have been good to stay connected. So
Yeah, I gotcha.
yeah, it's good. Now, in all curiosity, I'm wondering all the stuff that you've been through, how has that helped with how you help people with what you do? Do you see a lot of the crossover, overflow, insights from your personal life that are beneficial in your business life and how you
Absolutely.
well, give me some, let's tell our audience some things that you really have benefited from your audit that your clients can benefit from your
Well, I mean, partially when I do teach skating and when I do
Mm,
discovery sessions with my clients, it's really getting down to the nitty-gritty and being vulnerable. It's
mm,
like, how do you either they're business owners or they're owning this part of the job to make sure that the company is positioned well. And so it's a vulnerable thing. Where do you see yourself in a year or 5 years, 10 years? It's not just surface things like what are your favorite colors and things like that. So, and I will ask questions like tell me where there's a success story with you and the company and tell me where it was difficult and why. And um I love to hear people's stories because when people tell their stories, there's more connection and understanding and empathy. And so, yes, it's helped immensely. I don't want to be that person that, and so AI is kind of taking over. People are typing in, here's what I want to see with the logo or website or whatever it is. That can't replace that human connection part of it. And so I feel like that's where I am. I've built so many relationships in this area and beyond. And so um people will tell me where they're at in their business or in their personal life. It's like, how can I best support you? Right? How can I best support you where you feel like you're taking steps forward, whether they're baby steps. And yes, I do feel like I've had to take baby steps. And I will tell people you're doing great because you're taking steps forward. And so I am kind of a coach, not only the ice skating coach, but also the marketing. And yeah, so I feel like my upbringing and everything I've been through makes me a stronger woman and individual, and it makes me very cognizant of being an example for my daughters as well as other women, you know.
yeah, absolutely. I understand. Because I'm being a storyteller myself, I want to hear people's stories and get them out there because everybody's got a story and there's always going to be someone that needs to hear your story.
Absolutely. I'm working on a memoir actually on that. And
Hey,
it's
me,
funny. Yeah. And one of the things that our mentor teacher says, if you connect with one person and help with one person, it's worthwhile. And so I am writing it for my kids mostly, but also there's a lot of crap that I've been through and I didn't think I'd make it. And life's been a roller coaster. So you're not alone, you know?
right, right. Well, I wrote a blog about roller coaster because, you're up 1 second and then man, you don't just go down, you go down at high speed and you hit the bottom and then like whoop, and here we go again.
Yeah, now I got to get myself up again. So it's hard. I
It
know.
it is. But the good news is we're living, breathing examples. I don't know if you've heard that song. I can't remember her name. But it's called Living Proof.
Yeah.
And it's a song that's in the movie The Help. It's at the end.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Living Proof. And truly, your story, whoever's watching, and like Anne Marie and myself, is valuable and get your story out there however you can. Now, I do podcast. I love having guests. I've had people tell some stories that I can't even believe. I've had a guest that she was in the Air Force and boy, she was a race car driver. Oh my goodness. Things like that. And then her husband dies suddenly and her life was flipped all around and upside down.
Absolutely.
And she came through it, but she's also hosting a podcast to get stories out there.
Oh,
Yep, yep. And I'm not Joe Rogan yet, but I'm determined might be the first, might be a female Joe Rogan. It's kind of
oh
a
my.
it's
Okay.
it's just kind of a standing joke with myself or with other people. But I did have somebody say, "Well, we'll see you there. So, but it's
Go, girl.
yeah, it's awesome because whether it's in writing
Yeah,
or just talking to one person in a coffee shop that might need a little lift up, that
absolutely.
I many times you probably felt this too. I didn't see that I didn't want to make it. There's been times I didn't want to make it. I'm like, I'm done with this.
I'm all done. I know.
I'm done. I can't do it
I
anymore.
can't. Yeah, absolutely. And what helped you with that? Was it friends? Was it prayer? Was it what helped you through that?
A lot of friends, definitely
Yeah,
friends. And looking back at having come through things before and not beating myself up, I've
yeah,
had I've had to learn the lesson of not punishing myself and not beating myself up because I've repeated the same mistake, and haven't we all? Haven't we
yeah.
all? And I think writing has really done a world of good for me
Mm,
because now I can read some of my stories and laugh. I go, boy, you really did it that time. And truthfully, I have one funny story from being a kid. I don't know if you pulled any of these tricks when you were a kid, but my sister, I think I was 8 or 9, and my little sister was 7 years younger, so she had just gotten her first tricycle. Now we lived in the parsonage. My dad was a pastor, so the church was over here, and we were right beside it. The road coming up to the back of the parsonage was gravel. I'm talking, the before they paved it. I think they have paved it now, but so this it was gravel, but it was a hill. And I was not very active, athletic, or anything like that, but I wanted to get on a tricycle. Well, since I was too big to sit in the seat, I
no.
decided to stand on the back
Yep.
and got myself going
Dear God.
downhill. And it wasn't long before the face plant was like
Mm, yeah.
definitely gravel head to toe. And mom, she just cleaned me up. She had told me not to do it, but here I come. I can
Gonna
do
do it.
it. I did it
Gonna
anyway.
do it anyway, and that's what kids do. They're gonna push.
Hmm.
They're trying to
Oh,
find out their way, right?
hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So stories like that, and there are of course many more. As an
Oh
adult,
yeah.
yeah, we give ourselves more grace for the stupid stuff as kids, but when we get to be
No.
adults, my wisdom says give yourself as much grace as you would when you were a stupid little 3-year old. So,
Yeah, and also, who was I talking to? Oh, I was talking to a skater actually the other day, who was just beating up on herself. And I said, would you talk to your best friend that way? She goes, well, no. I go, well, why are you talking to yourself that way? And
mhm.
that's taught me a lot too, where I would be like, oh my God, you idiot. What are you thinking? It's like, stop it. Don't talk.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And I heard it that would you talk to a baby that way or to a toddler or
exactly.
even
Yeah.
a pet? I mean, no, of course I wouldn't then.
No,
Never. But we do it, talk to ourselves that way. And
constantly. It's not any good. It's not any good. It's like, let's move forward. And there's a Ted Lasso. I also tell them be a goldfish.
hmm,
What's the animal that has the shortest memory? It's a goldfish. It's like I don't remember a second later. Let's just keep going. So
I love that.
valuable. I mean, granted, everything that we've been through is imprinted in us, but let's move forward from who we are and where we are today. So it's
Oh,
hard. It's hard work.
it is. When did you start ice skating? Speaking of skating.
About 11 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you skated for how long?
Oh God. 11 to about 6, 7 years or so. And yeah, we traveled and competed. And I just, when I quit, I remember going into my parents saying this is becoming more of a chore than a hobby. And of course, they spent all this money and time. And so, however, they're very happy that I've gone back to it and helping other people.
Nice. Did you want to go to the Olympics or anything like that?
Yeah,
Or
for sure. I was Dorothy Hamill. You kidding me? I was gonna go right after.
you were going for
Had
it.
the haircut and the whole thing.
I love it. Well, what life lessons did you come out with from all those years of figure skating that you're able to help skating clients and your marketing
Yeah,
clients with? What
get up. Just get up and keep going. Honestly, it's like that's the majority of it. Are you just gonna, if you fall in your program, do you see anybody just skating off the ice? It's like, I'm done. You get up and keep going and put on a brave face. And um, what did you learn from that? What can we do better next time? And move on.
hmm
So and it's not just that particular performance, it's everything that goes on in your life besides just the performance. It's like, in order to be here today, I I work out, I meditate, I commune with nature, I talk to my friends. So what you're seeing right here and now is a life that I have to create to, when I fail, get back up again. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
I think I tried ice skating one time with many years ago with some guy I was dating for a little while. And because I'd always wanted to learn, but I found out why I didn't. Well, okay, I did fall a few times, but he was there helping me. And yet I loved watching figure skaters and I thought, I want to do that. Oh, I
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I get off the ice and go, my butt hurts. I don't know if I want to do that.
At least you tried. It's all good. Some
Well,
people
yeah,
can't. Yeah.
it was fun. I had a similar experience with water skiing, but that's a different story. This is about you, yeah. Um,
Me too.
horseback riding, I took right too. I was
Mm.
kind of self-trained, and I don't have a horse anymore. But the last one, or the next, the first, my first horse gave me an injury that I still have, not a
Deal
hundred
with.
got, yeah. So, so I had to get rid of her, and then I got a Mustang, but never got on his back because he wasn't broken.
Oh,
And oh, I know, I had to let him go too. But
mm.
riding, yeah, riding just came so naturally. It was,
And didn't it feel it just, there's this a particular feeling of freedom and happiness in that kind of
yeah.
situation, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And I always say, if you don't like it, don't do it. Same thing with the businesses. It's like, if you're not, because this is kind of your child, right? And so, and not necessarily a hobby, but it's like you have to make it work. If you're not enjoying it, it's going to be a chore and it's not going to work. Do you know what I mean?
That's yeah, that's what I like to work with my clients on too. I want them to find that sweet spot
Yeah.
where they love it. And there's a gentleman that I think he'll come on as a client, but his whole thing is helping people. It's kind of like a VA work, that kind of.
Yeah.
So the name of his business, though, he had to explain it to me because he called it to, freedom over money. And I'm like,
Hang
"Oh,"
on.
I know, like, why did you name it that? And he said, because people get, they need time. And so what in the world? I
I don't
didn't,
know. It's funny.
that's okay. Um, but because he helps people with get their time back and get more business. And it took him a while to explain it. So if I get
You
to
shouldn't have to explain it.
no, I know exactly. And people like catchy titles and catchy names, and you being in marketing, I used to call myself a networking coach or this or that or the other. And finally, after looking around doing research, I'm like, nope, personal development. Let's just cut to the chase and call it what it is. But we like to complicate things as human beings, and we want to be,
Oh God, no kidding. When people try to put everything into their logo, I'm like, no, 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 no,
no,
no.
no.
Yeah, can't do it. Yeah. No, absolutely. We do like to complicate things.
Yep. Somebody told me they were at a vendor show the other day, and this woman, and they were selling one thing, but there was this lady that had like five or six things. She was selling different things, and there's something else on the back table, and nobody, she wasn't getting any business. Nobody knew what she really did.
Yeah.
And so I totally get it. And even though we like to, especially if somebody's like ADHD or busy brain and they want to do
Yep.
all these things, well, focus has to come into place somewhere. Do you-
Totally.
and so I would imagine you have clients that just,
Yes. That's why I have to, when I meet with a client, I do a creative brief. Here's it's just a piece of paper that you can push across the table and say, here's who we are, right? Here are our goals. And then from there is a strategic plan. So we just do one step at a time. So it's, eating the elephant one bite at a time.
Oh yeah. Have you got a funny story about a client that you really probably would find more interesting and comical to tell our audience, like a don't do kind of client?
I don't think I want to do that
Okay.
locally. But
No, no
I can,
names, yeah, no names necessary.
yeah, no kidding. Well, like I said, the AI thing has been interesting lately. But I would be in a role of being more of an order taker than, micromanaged than being in a situation where I could be the creative director and marketing director. So that's where it's so blurry. Yeah, there's some I had some great clients though. We won many awards for our ads many, many years ago that were so creative that used puppets and
Nice.
driving cars and I had one ad that I did where cats had Molotovs and were blowing up a house. It was awesome. But I really love the clients that will allow the creativity and not get scared. Where do you want to be like everybody else? You can, but what sets you apart and how can I help you get set apart and tell your story about what makes you different. And but yeah, I've had some very, very I had one client, I was sitting there at a table, all men, and they fully like I was getting red. I was getting mad and I was getting frustrated. Um and then I said, I think I'm done here. They said, we're just trying to get a rise out of you. We're trying to tease you. And I went, oh no, no, no. We're not gonna do this.
Oh boy. Uh-uh.
Yeah, so it's like a female business owner, a single mom. That's the kind of thing where I really had to fight through. I had these two girls that I was raising on my own, dealing with an abusive ex-husband still.
Oh,
And so I had to make money. What do I put up with here in order to make ends meet for my girls? So it's that balance of, oh my God, this is so hard. Like I got to put up with shit in order to make money.
I
Do you
know.
know what I mean?
I totally get it. And there's no offense to any of the men watching, but we are still living in a misogynistic society.
Correct.
And you know, women, look, guys, we got brains, okay? We
Yeah.
got brains.
Well,
But
and I'm not disparaging against the men. It was this particular situation,
yeah,
but it has happened, quite a bit. And if you have the aura of being vulnerable and your self-esteem is lower, people normally do that. So I didn't mean to be disparaging with the men, but yeah.
no, no, we're not. We're just, I
Yeah.
mean, men with a lot of men that I know, they know that's what's going on, and
Yeah.
they don't do that. But I had a training one time, and I was working with a leadership team of 10, and I think there were two women on the team in this company, all the leaders, managers, and with the I use the elemental system of water, wind, earth, and fire.
Yeah.
Well, as you can imagine, fire is leaders. I mean, hot, blaze a trail, get out of my way. Well, six out of those 10 were fires
Oh God.
and men, all of them.
Yep.
So, so I was in I had the shoe was on my foot to laugh at them. I got them laughing at each other. And
I love that.
when I got to telling them how the fires work, they're just sitting there cracking up, then poking fun at each other. Because truly, we're all people first, and yet we do have to be aware that there's some confident women out there, and we're gonna do what we're gonna do.
Absolutely. And you get to a certain age too where it's like, I don't give any more Fs anymore. What you think or whatever. It's like, how long do we have on this planet? I'm just gonna, you know, make magic happen, and I don't, no, I'm not gonna put up with anything anymore.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Well, when you go through stuff, you learn.
Amen.
You're just like, okay, I'm going to let the anger go and I'm just going to raise my hand
Right.
and do what's right. But I'm going to keep my guard, my eyes open and my guard up enough to go, oh no, that's not
No,
right.
thank you. No, thank you. Oh, absolutely. It's exactly where I am.
Yeah. So what now do you do commercials like for TV, radio,
I
or do you
did, yeah, a lot of those when the TV and radio were primary as far as what you receive
now we're
of
in
media. So now it's more digital strategy, the websites and Google, how to do SEO, search engine optimization, and things like that. And also, branding is huge because if people don't understand what you do and how you do it and who you are right away, it just doesn't matter. So it's really building that foundation first and then marketing it from there, if that makes sense. I'm all about the foundation with
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's true with what I do. But
Yeah.
what's really cool is your life experiences, good, bad, and ugly,
Yeah.
all all come together for you to have compassion for people,
Yeah.
empathy, but have a strong sense of what they need and how to help
Absolutely.
them. So you've got the background, the knowledge, and a lot of wisdom to to bring to your clients, and they should
Oh,
they should listen to you.
thank you. I appreciate that. That's like I said, we're fighting kind of an uphill battle. I'm writing a Substack on that about
Oh yeah.
AI versus human connection. And,
Oh
there's some valuable stuff with AI, but um, we can't just completely rely on it. So,
no, 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 no. And I use it too for some things, but when I write my blogs, it can't
yeah,
write my stories because it's not me. And
no,
and that's why storytelling is so vital in our businesses. It really,
amen.
it really, no matter what business you're in.
It's
Clock,
true.
yeah,
Because, like you said, we're all human. We all have a story, and it's important to tell.
it is. So what
Yeah.
do you have an industry that you work with, specialize in, or okay, good, good. So
It's
you're
all of it. I've done retail, healthcare, schools, fuel integration systems. I've all over the place. It's kind of funny. It's like, can you help me with my jewelry business? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with, yeah, I've done it all. And I like that because I like to learn about different businesses. I don't not necessarily want to specialize in anything. It's kind of me.
Well, that's kind of that's where I am. And I have some
Yeah,
people say, well, what's your niche? And I go, people.
right.
Yeah. And
Like,
that's,
is there, yeah, not a specific trauma or whatever it is. It's puzzle pieces putting together, right?
yeah, because we're all going to have that. And everybody I talk to has got something I can relate to or help them relate.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we're people first. And this has been delightful, Anne Marie. I'm going to wrap us up, but
Okay.
every guest has an opportunity at the end to share anything they want and talk about wisdom for our audience or
Hmm.
whatever you'd like to share. The floor is yours, and then we'll wrap it up.
That's so awesome. I appreciate that. I've really just learned that it may sound corny, but being vulnerable and a la Brene Brown or whatever, but being vulnerable and coming at everything with love, not fear, has really changed my life because being fearful, you're not your true self and you're not allowing yourself to be everything you can be. And also, like, put your oxygen mask on first so you can take care of yourself first so you can help the world. And so that's kind of where I've changed in the last, I don't know, 6, 7 years is taking care of myself first. And then I love to be in service. So whatever I'm doing. So, yeah, just come at it with love, not fear. Yeah, because Lord knows how long we have on this planet, like I said.
Yep, live every day like it's your last.
Amen, sister.
But this has been great. And I didn't have any idea we were going to go down some of these roads, but I know somebody needs to hear it. Somebody.
Oh, thank you. This has been lovely. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Well, yes. And to our audience, all of Anne Marie's information to contact her for your skating or marketing needs. Now, I imagine you can work remotely for all the marketing, but if you
Oh,
want,
all the time. Absolutely.
but if you need, if you want to get into the figure skating, ice skating, you're going to have to come to Bend, Oregon or Central Oregon.
Exactly.
She's not going to fly to you.
I would. I
Oh, well,
totally.
she might. She
Oh
might.
my God, are you kidding me? In fact, I was in Eugene yesterday, no, day before yesterday teaching, going to Portland,
Oh,
going to Colorado. Yeah, so I'm all over
okay.
the place.
All right. So she's your flying skating coach.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
This has been so much fun. And Anne Marie, thank you again. And I thank you, my audience, for visiting another Courage, Confidence, and Connections podcast. Be sure you like and subscribe and reach out if we can be of any assistance. We're here for you.